Parliament is one step closer to launching the ad hoc committee on Mkhwanazi, a move that could test the credibility of South Africa's democracy. With allegations sparking public outcry and political parties already clashing, the process promises high stakes, fierce debate, and a nation watching closely. South Africa's political arena is once again heating up as Parliament edges closer to the official start of one of its most closely watched and potentially explosive processes in recent years, the ad hoc committee on Mkhwanazi. After weeks of speculation, procedural debates, and intense political maneuvering, the committee is now one step closer to formally kicking off its work. This development has stirred fresh interest across the country, as citizens and opposition parties brace for a test of Parliament's ability to hold the powerful accountable while navigating factional politics. The creation of the ad hoc committee stems from mounting allegations and controversies surrounding Mkhwanazi, allegations that have fueled public outcry and calls for accountability. For weeks, the question has been not whether Parliament would act, but how swiftly and decisively it would move. Now, with the groundwork laid and the first formal steps completed, the process of inquiry and oversight is ready to begin in earnest. Supporters say it is a victory for accountability, while critics warn it could be toothless without independence from political interference. Behind the procedural headlines lies a deeper story about South Africa's political moment. Parliament has often been accused of dragging its feet on investigations involving influential figures, fueling cynicism about its ability to rise above party loyalty. In this case, the formation of an ad hoc committee sends a signal that lawmakers are willing, at least in principle, to confront difficult questions head-on. Whether they will follow through with vigor remains to be seen, but for now, the announcement has injected energy into a national debate that has been simmering for months. The stakes are particularly high because of who is involved. Mkhwanazi, a senior figure, has become a lightning rod for criticism about power in South Africa. For opposition parties, the committee is an opportunity to expose alleged misconduct and score political points by framing the ruling party as complicit in corruption and mismanagement. For the ANC, it is a delicate balancing act, supporting the inquiry to preserve its image as a party that values accountability, while managing the risks of revelations that could deepen fractures or erode trust. Public reaction has been telling. Civil society groups, activists, and ordinary citizens have largely welcomed the move as long overdue, but their support is tempered by skepticism. Too often, commissions and committees in South Africa end with reports and speeches but little consequence. The Zondo Commission into State Capture remains fresh in the public memory. Its exhaustive work laid bare staggering corruption, yet many of its recommendations still await full implementation. Against this backdrop, the ad hoc committee on Mkhwanazi will have to prove that it is not just another exercise in political theatre but a genuine attempt to shine a light on misconduct and chart a path forward. Inside Parliament, the jockeying has already begun. Parties are debating the scope of the committee's mandate, the timeline for its work, and the procedures it will follow to question witnesses and gather evidence. These details, though technical, will shape the effectiveness of the inquiry. A narrow mandate could hamstring the committee, while a broad one could open the door to sweeping investigations that extend far beyond Mkhwanazi himself. Opposition leaders warn ruling party MPs may limit the scope to protect allies. On the other side, ANC members insist that the process must remain fair, focused, and respectful of due process, rather than descending into a political witch hunt. The kickoff of the committee will also test Parliament's ability to manage public perception. South Africans are watching closely to see not only what is investigated but how. Will the proceedings be transparent, with regular updates and public hearings that give citizens a window into the process? Or will much of the work happen behind closed doors, fueling suspicions lawmakers are more interested in protection than truth? The credibility of Parliament itself is on the line, and in a country where trust in institutions has been badly eroded, the outcome could either restore some faith or deepen the sense of disillusionment. Beyond the political wrangling, the committee has broader implications for governance in South Africa. It is a test of whether the country's democratic structures can function as intended, holding leaders accountable and preventing abuse of power. If successful, it could set a precedent, signaling no one is beyond scrutiny. If it fails, it could reinforce the perception that accountability remains elusive while the powerful escape. The timing of this development is also crucial. South Africa is grappling with economic stagnation, service delivery crises, and rising public anger over corruption. In this context, Parliament's actions, or inaction, carry extra weight. The formation of the ad hoc committee gives lawmakers an opportunity to show that they take public concerns seriously and are willing to confront uncomfortable truths. It is also a chance for opposition parties to show they can strengthen democracy, not just criticize the ruling party. For Ramaphosa's administration, the committee adds another layer of complexity. Already under pressure from economic challenges, global scrutiny, and ANC rivalries, the president will watch closely how the process unfolds. A fair and credible inquiry could help him bolster his image as a leader committed to reform, while a politicized spectacle could undermine efforts to show his government as different from corruption-plagued years. What comes next depends on lawmakers' choices. The establishment of the committee was a first step, but the real work lies in ensuring it operates effectively, transparently, and with integrity. That means asking tough questions, demanding answers, and not allowing allegiances to override the public interest. It means remembering that at the heart of this process are not just politicians and their rivalries, but the millions of South Africans who want to see their democracy deliver accountability and justice. The kickoff of the ad hoc committee on Mkhwanazi may seem like a procedural step, but in reality, it is a mirror reflecting the state of South Africa's politics. It shows the hunger for accountability, the risks of political maneuvering, and the fragile state of public trust. Whether it becomes a missed opportunity or turning point depends on how Parliament treats its mandate. What is certain is that the nation will be watching closely, ready to judge not just Mkhwanazi, but the integrity of the democratic system itself. And this is where SA Unfiltered steps in, to provide the clear, unflinching analysis that cuts through the spin. These are moments when politics is not just about procedures, but about accountability in South Africa. The ad hoc committee is one step closer to kickoff, but the journey is only beginning. Stay with us as we track every twist, every revelation, and every outcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, join our growing community, and never miss an update on the stories that shape our nation's destiny.